Hello and welcome to this edition of Brother Dynamite's If We Talk. I'm Sean Moynihan.
I'm Alan Miller.
All right, and we are here to talk to you about the songs on our new album, If We Dare. To feel alive again. Summer's End. Let's talk about that one.
Sure, album opener.
A good one. Cracker. A cracker of a crackerjack, if you will, of a song to open the record. But it really is. It works. It sort of sets the tone.
It's definitely got an energy that I remember being really happy about capturing when we recorded it. So that's for sure.
Yeah. God bless Lou Iacobelli. He really nailed the feel and the tempo on that one.
Yeah,
and it shows.
It was very key to the whole energy of the song.
Yeah. That's a riff you had a while ago.
Yeah. It started with the intro riff, and we just kind of grew it from there, and had a very sort of pop rock feel. Almost a bit of a Gin Blossoms thing.
Yeah.
A band that we both love.
Oh, I love that.
And grew up on.
Yeah. If Dave Filoni has taught us anything, it's not a ripoff if you call it an homage. But
it's got a cool vibe, and for me, I love the story aspect of it, and what you captured. Those are your lyrics. You wrote those, and what you captured with the lyrics about sort of our history and our friendship, which goes back a long way at this point.
It does. 35 years, in fact.
Yeah. So it's a fun opener. It's a natural opener just because of the feel of the music and the energy of the music, and also the lyrical message that the song holds.
It's fitting, I think, to open an album that's made just by you and me. About a song that's about us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's wonderfully appropriate without being self-serving in a miraculous way.
Yeah, it's just sort of, it's almost like a diary, of certain feelings and things from our life, and sort of where we started, where we ended up, where we are today. And it's a fun lyric, and musically it's a fun song, and we had a special guest musician on it, Danny Weinkauf of They Might Be Giants, and the original bass player for Fountains of Wayne, who played some great bass guitar on that song.
He kills it.
Yeah,
he really does.
Yeah, it was fun to have him on it.
He does an amazing job.
The first of two songs that he played on.
That's right. And we'll talk about the other one in a future installment.
Yeah.
But man, I love you'll hear me say this a lot, like through these little behind the scenes vignettes. But man, I love the solo.
Oh, thank you very much.
It rips.
Thank you.
And it's great because it's like, oh yeah, you haven't heard Alan Miller play guitar in a while, right? Boom, there's your solo.
Well, our last album was a while ago, so it's nice to get some new music out there again. And I had fun playing that. I had fun playing the solo, the rhythm parts, everything about it. So it was, like I said, it's a fun way to kick off the whole thing.
What guitar did you use to play the lead on that? Do you remember?
It was probably my Paul Reed Smith that I've had for, I don't know, 30 years.
Playing that forever.
Yeah, long time. It was probably the PRS.
Yeah, I seem to recall that chorus going through a lot of iterations before we
did
before we finally nailed it.
Yeah, it did. We had to work on that one a little bit.
That happens. I mean, people who write songs, they know that it's sometimes you just have to tear up what you had.
Right.
When you don't love it, you have to just dissect it and take it apart, and sometimes just throw it out altogether and say, all right, I'm going to start over. And we did.
You have to know that there are times where you just have to sort of wave the white flag and say, this isn't working, and move on.
And that's and that's
but
perfect.
it's all in the process of getting to where you want it to be, which is better, which is something good. What does Paul Stanley say? Songwriting is 10% inspiration and 90% perspiration, something like that. So he's totally right, you know. But
he also says a lot of other things that we won't
he
say,
does that don't really apply
podcast,
to us or this album. But
those jeans were so tight you could count the change in my back pocket. was one of my favorite Paulisms. But that's it.
Let me tell you, people.
Let me tell you something, people. I'll do Paul all day. His voice, not Paul. But yeah, Summer's End. It's a good one. And, we hope you like it.
Finally found a friend. Say goodbye to all that holds you here at Summer's End.
Thanks for listening to this edition of If We Talk. We're Brother Dynamite. If We Dare is out now. You can get it at Bandcamp and iTunes and Spotify and just about every streaming platform there is.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Brother Dynamite Music and on Facebook and YouTube at Brother Dynamite and at brotherdynamite.com.
We will see you soon.